Chosen one, if you're hearing this message right now, it's no accident. God has guided you to this very moment, and what I'm about to share will ignite a fire in your soul. The Creator of the universe has a divine message for you, and it's urgent. With just 2 hours left, God is speaking directly to your heart, saying, "Open it quickly. Don't hesitate. There's a door of destiny standing before you, a door filled with blessings so profound, so life-changing, that they will transform every part of your being, your spirit, your mind, your body, and your future. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment. God is ordering you to open this door, to step into the abundance, the miracles, and the supernatural transformation that He has prepared for you. Are you ready? Because what's on the other side will leave you in awe. Before we dive into this powerful revelation, I need you to do 3 things to align with this divine energy. Pause this video, hit that like button to amplify this message, subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls walking in God's light, and leave a comment with the number 777. This sacred number is a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive what God has in store. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll stay with me until the end, because your spirit already knows this message is for you. Get ready, because in the next 2 hours, your life is about to shift in ways you never imagined possible. Chosen one, God is speaking to you with urgency. Open it quickly, He says, because the time for hesitation is over. This door before you is not just any door. It's a divine portal to your destiny, a gateway to the promises God has written over your life. For too long you've stood at the edge, wondering if you're worthy, if the timing is right, if you're ready. But God is saying, now is the time. The blessings behind this door are not ordinary. They are extraordinary, overflowing with divine abundance, spiritual awakening, and a transformation that will make you unrecognizable to those who once doubted you. This is your moment to step into the fullness of who God created you to be. The door God is calling you to open is not locked. It's not barred by chains or guarded by fear. It's waiting for you to take that bold step of faith. You've been tested, chosen one. You've walked through valleys of struggle, faced storms that tried to break you, and carried burdens that others couldn't imagine. Yet here you stand, unshaken. Because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. God has seen your resilience, your faith, your heart. And now He is saying, enough waiting, open the door. Behind it lies a life of prosperity, purpose, and divine favor that will astonish everyone around you. This is not about chasing fleeting dreams or temporary success. This is about claiming the eternal promises God has spoken over you. Imagine a life where financial struggles dissolve, where your health is restored, where your spirit radiates with divine vitality. Picture yourself walking with a confidence that comes not from your own strength, but from the unshakable assurance that God is with you, guiding every step. This is the life waiting for you, chosen one. But you must act quickly. The clock is ticking and God's command is clear. Open it now. Don't let doubt or fear hold you back. The enemy wants you to hesitate, to question, to delay. But God's voice is louder, stronger, and more powerful. Will you obey? Let me ask you something, chosen one. Have you ever felt a stirring in your soul, a sense that something massive is about to happen? That's not just a feeling, it's God speaking to you, preparing you for what's behind this door. The world may have tried to dim your light, to tell you that your dreams are too big, your goals too unreachable. But God says otherwise. He says, I have prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Psalm 23:5. The blessings behind this door are not just for you, they're a testimony to God's power. A declaration that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. When you open this door, you're not just stepping into abundance, you're stepping into a divine assignment to shine His light in a world that desperately needs it. This moment, this very moment, is a divine intersection. You're standing at the crossroads of your past and your future. Behind you are the struggles, the doubts, the moments when you felt unworthy or unseen. But ahead of you, through this door, is a future so bright it will eclipse every shadow of your past. God is saying, open it quickly, because I have already gone before you. He has prepared the way, orchestrated every detail, and aligned every opportunity. Your job is not to figure out how it will happen. Your job is to trust, to act, to open the door with boldness and faith. Can you feel the urgency? Can you sense the divine energy coursing through you right now? Let's talk about what's behind this door. It's not just wealth, though God's provision will overflow in ways that will leave you speechless. It's not just health, though your body will radiate with the vitality of His Spirit. It's not just peace, though you'll experience a calm that transcends all understanding. It's a complete transformation, a spiritual awakening that will redefine who you are. Your appearance will reflect this divine shift. People will notice the glow in your eyes, the radiance in your smile, the unshakable confidence in your step. This is not about vanity. It's about becoming a living testament to God's glory. When you open this door, you're not just changing your life. You're changing the lives of everyone around you. Chosen one, the enemy has tried to keep this door closed. The devil has whispered lies, planted doubts, and thrown obstacles in your path. But here's the truth. No force in heaven or earth can stop what God has ordained for you. The devil may have thought they could break you, but you've already proven them wrong. You've stood firm where others have fallen. You've walked through fire and emerged stronger. Now the devil is trembling because they know what's coming. They know that when you open this door, their power over you is finished. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. John 1:5. Your light, chosen one, is about to shine brighter than ever before. Think about the heroes of faith who came before you. Look at Joseph, sold into slavery, imprisoned, betrayed. Yet God opened a door for him that no man could shut. He rose from the pit to the palace because he trusted God's timing. Look at Esther, who stood before a king to save her people, risking everything because she knew God had called her for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. You, chosen one, are no different. This is your such a time as this moment. God is calling you to act, to open the door, to step into the destiny He has prepared. Don't let fear or hesitation hold you back. The time is now. Let me remind you of something powerful. God's promises are yes and amen. 2 Corinthians 1:20. When He says open it quickly, He's not asking you to figure it out on your own. He's already paved the way. The abundance waiting for you is not based on your effort, your past, or your circumstances. It's based on His faithfulness. Imagine a river that never runs dry, a source of provision that flows endlessly. That's what God has for you. Financial breakthroughs that will leave your enemies speechless. Health that defies explanation. Opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. This is not a dream. It's your divine reality, and it's waiting just beyond the door. Chosen one, I know you've faced challenges. I know there have been moments when you wondered if God was still with you. But let me assure you, every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt was preparation for this moment. God has been refining you, shaping you, strengthening you for what's behind this door. The struggles were not meant to break you. They were meant to make you. You are not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, or even yesterday. You are a chosen one. forged in the fire of faith, ready to step into a new season of glory. Right now, I want you to pause and feel the weight of this moment. Close your eyes for a second and let God's presence wash over you. Can you feel the divine energy stirring in your spirit? That's God speaking to you, urging you to act. He's saying, don't wait, open the door. This is not about perfection, it's about faith. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know every step of the journey. All you need is the courage to obey, to trust, to open the door and step into the unknown, knowing that God is with you. Let's talk about the transformation that's coming. When you open this door, you're not just stepping into blessings, you're stepping into a new identity. The old you, weighed down by fear, doubt, or lack, is being left behind. The new you, radiant with God's light, is emerging. People will look at you and wonder, what happened? How did they change so much? Your skin will glow with divine vitality. Your posture will reflect the confidence of someone who knows they're chosen. Your words will carry the weight of God's authority. This is not just a physical transformation, it's a spiritual awakening that will ripple through every area of your life. Chosen one, God is not asking you to earn this. He's not asking you to prove yourself. He's simply asking you to open the door. The blessings behind it are already yours, sealed by His promise. But you must act. You must take that step of faith. The enemy wants you to believe that this is too good to be true, that you're not ready, that you're not worthy. But God says otherwise. He says, you are mine, and I have called you by name. Isaiah 43:1. You are worthy because He made you worthy. You are ready because He has prepared you. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of obedience. Think about Noah, who built an ark when the world laughed at him. Think about Abraham, who left everything behind to follow God's call. Think about Moses, who faced Pharaoh with nothing but a staff and God's promise. These were ordinary people who became extraordinary because they obeyed. They opened the door God placed before them, and the world was never the same. You, chosen one, are part of that legacy. When you open this door, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world around you. Now, I want to encourage you to take a bold step. Pause this video, hit that like button to declare your faith. Subscribe to join a community of thousands of chosen ones walking in God's purpose, and leave a comment with 777 to activate the divine energy of this moment. These actions are not just for the algorithm. They're a declaration to the universe that you're ready to receive. You're ready to open the door. You're ready to step into the life God has promised. Chosen one, let's talk about the urgency of this moment. Why 2 hours? Because God's timing is perfect, and He knows the plans He has for you. Jeremiah 29:11. This is not about rushing in fear. It's about acting in faith. The number 2 represents alignment, partnership, and divine agreement. God is aligning your heart with His will. He is partnering with you to bring His promises to pass, and He's calling you to agree with His plan by opening the door. Don't let this moment pass you by. Don't let doubt creep in. The time is now, and the blessings are ready. What happens when you open this door? You step into a season of overflow. Financial burdens that once weighed you down will be lifted. Relationships that were strained will be restored. Your purpose, which may have felt unclear, will come into sharp focus. This is not just about material wealth, it's about spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, and a life so full of God's presence that it spills over into everything you do. People will look at you and see the hand of God. They'll see the glow of His Spirit in you. They'll see a chosen one walking in divine authority. The enemy knows what's behind this door, and that's why they're fighting so hard to keep you from opening it. They've thrown distractions, doubts, and delays in your path. But here's the truth. The devil's power is nothing compared to God's. The enemy may roar like a lion, but he's already defeated. Submit yourselves then to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. When you open this door, you're not just resisting the enemy, you're stepping into the victory God has already won for you. Chosen one. You've been through the fire, but you've come out refined. You've been through the storm, but you've come out stronger. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain was preparing you for this. God has been working behind the scenes, aligning every detail, preparing every blessing. Now, he's saying, open it quickly. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Trust his voice. Trust his timing. Trust his plan. The door is before you and the key is in your hand. Let's talk about the glow that's coming. When you open this door, God's light will shine through you in ways you can't even imagine. Your presence will carry a divine energy that draws people to you. They'll wonder what's different about them. They'll see the peace in your heart, the joy in your spirit, the strength in your step. This glow is not just physical, it's spiritual. It's the evidence of God's Spirit working in you, transforming you from the inside out. Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Isaiah 61, Chosen one. This is not just about you. The blessings behind this door are meant to overflow into the lives of others. Your prosperity will inspire those around you. Your peace will bring healing to broken relationships. Your purpose will light the way for others who are lost. When you open this door, you're not just stepping into your destiny. You're becoming a beacon of hope, a living testimony to God's faithfulness. People will look at you and see that God is real, that his promises are true, that his power is limitless. Let me remind you of something critical. God's plan for you is bigger than your imagination. The dreams you've held in your heart, the prayers you've whispered in the dark, God has heard them all, and he's about to exceed your expectations. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. When you open this door, you're not just receiving blessings. You're stepping into a divine partnership with the Creator of the universe. He's ready to do more than you could ever dream. Chosen one, the clock is ticking, 2 hours left, and God is saying, don't delay. This is not a moment for fear or hesitation. This is a moment for courage, for faith, for obedience. The door is before you and it's unlocked. All you have to do is turn the handle and step through. Can you feel the excitement building in your spirit? Can you sense the divine energy pulsing through you? This is your moment, chosen one. This is your time to shine. Let's talk about what happens when you hesitate. The enemy loves delay. Doubt creeps in, fear takes root, and the moment passes. But God is saying, not this time. He's calling you to act with boldness, to trust his voice, to open the door before the window of opportunity closes. The blessings behind this door are time-sensitive, not because God is limited, but because he wants you to step into this season with full commitment. He wants you to declare, I'm ready, Lord. I'm all in. Chosen one, you are not ordinary. You were never meant to blend in, to settle for less, to live a life of lack. You are a divine creation, chosen by God for a purpose so great it will shake the foundations of the earth. When you open this door, you're not just stepping into blessings, you're stepping into your calling. You're becoming the person God always intended you to be. Your life will become a living testimony, a beacon of light, a reflection of his glory. Right now, I want you to take a deep breath and feel the presence of God surrounding you. He's with you, chosen one. He's been with you through every trial, every tear, every moment of doubt. And now, he's standing at the door, waiting for you to open it. He's saying, I've prepared this for you. I've gone before you. Trust me. Will you trust him? Will you open the door? Will you step into the life he's promised? Chosen one, the transformation behind this door is not just for you. It's for the world. God has chosen you to be a vessel of his love, his power, his grace. When you open this door, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the lives of everyone around you. Your family will be blessed, your community will be impacted, your story will inspire others to trust in God's promises. This is bigger than you, chosen one. This is about God's kingdom, his glory, his plan. Let's talk about the practical steps. Opening this door doesn't mean you need to have it all figured out. It means taking one step of faith. Maybe it's saying yes to an opportunity you've been afraid to pursue. Maybe it's letting go of a toxic relationship that's been holding you back. Maybe it's trusting God with your finances, your health, or your future. Whatever it is, God is saying, do it now. Open the door. He's already prepared the way. Your job is to walk through it. Chosen one, the enemy is trembling right now. They know what's coming. They know that when you open this door, their hold over you is broken. The devil has tried to keep you in fear, in doubt, in lack, but their time is up. God's power is greater, his love is stronger, his plan is unstoppable. When you open this door, you're declaring to the enemy, you have no power over me. You have no power over me. You're stepping into the authority God has given you as his chosen one. Let me share a story to inspire you. Think about David, a young shepherd boy facing a giant named Goliath. The world saw him as small, insignificant, unworthy, but God saw him as a king. When David stepped forward with nothing but a sling and a stone, he wasn't relying on his own strength, he was relying on God's, and with one bold act of faith, he defeated the giant. 1 Samuel chapter 17, you, chosen one, are facing your own giants right now. But when you open this door, you're not fighting alone. God is with you, and no giant can stand against his power. Chosen one, the time is now. 2 hours left, and God is calling you to act. Don't let this moment slip away. Don't let fear steal what God has promised. The door is before you, and it's ready to be opened. Behind it lies a life of abundance, purpose, and divine favor. Behind it lies the person you were always meant to be. Behind it lies a future so bright it will blind those who once doubted you. Will you open it? Will you trust God? Will you step into your destiny? Let's talk about the glow again, because it's so important. When you open this door, God's light will shine through you in ways that can't be ignored. Your presence will become magnetic. People will be drawn to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, a chosen one walking in God's purpose. Your words will carry weight. Your actions will carry power. Your life will become a living testimony to God's faithfulness. This glow is not something you can manufacture. It's the natural result of walking in alignment with God's will. Chosen one, I want to encourage you one more time to take action. Pause this video. Hit that like button to amplify this divine message. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen ones stepping into their purpose, and leave a comment with 777 to declare your readiness. These actions are a declaration of faith, a signal to the universe that you're ready to open the door. Don't let this moment pass. Don't let the enemy steal your blessing. The time is now. Let's talk about what happens after you open the door. The blessings will come quickly, but they won't always look the way you expect. God's ways are higher than our ways, Isaiah 55:9. The opportunities he brings may challenge you to step out of your comfort zone. The people he sends may stretch your capacity to love. The purpose he reveals may require you to let go of old habits, old mindsets, but trust this. Every step you take through this door is guided by his hand. Every blessing is a reflection of his love. Chosen one, you are not alone in this. God is with you, and so is a community of believers who are walking this path with you. When you open this door, you're joining a movement of chosen ones who are saying yes to God's call, yes to his promises, yes to his plan. You're part of something bigger than yourself, a divine awakening that's sweeping the earth. Your life is a testimony, and your story is just beginning. Let me remind you of the power of God's timing. 2 hours may seem like a short window, but with God, a moment is enough to change everything. Think about the thief on the cross, who in his final moments received salvation because he believed. Luke 23:43. Think about the woman who touched the hem of Jesus' garment and was healed in an instant. Mark 5:28-29. God's power is not limited by time. When he says, open it quickly, he's inviting you into a moment of divine acceleration. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't miss it. Chosen one, the door is before you, and the choice is yours. Will you open it? Will you trust God's voice? Will you step into the life he's prepared for you? I know it's scary. I know it's new. But I also know this. God has never failed you, and he won't start now. He's been faithful through every storm, every trial, every moment of doubt. And now he's calling you to open the door to a future filled with his glory. Let's talk about the resistance you might face. The enemy will try to stop you. They'll whisper lies, stir up fear, remind you of your past. But here's the truth. The enemy's voice is powerless in the presence of God's. When you open this door, you're not just stepping into blessings, you're stepping into authority. You're declaring, I am a chosen one, and no force in heaven or earth can stop God's plan for my life. Stand firm, chosen one. The victory is already yours. Chosen one, you've been waiting for a sign, and this is it. God is speaking to you right now, through this message, through this moment. He's saying, open it quickly. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Trust his voice. Trust his timing. Trust his plan. The door is before you, and the blessings are waiting. Will you open it? Will you step into your destiny? Will you become the person God created you to be? Chosen one, the transformation that's coming is not just for you. It's for the generations that will follow. Your obedience today will create a legacy of faith, a legacy of abundance, a legacy of God's glory. When you open this door, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world. You're showing others what's possible when we trust God, when we act in faith, when we say yes to his call. Let me leave you with this final thought before we continue. God's love for you is limitless. His power is unmatched. His plan for you is perfect. The door before you is not a barrier. It's an invitation. An invitation to step into a life of purpose, a life of abundance, a life of divine transformation. The clock is ticking, chosen one. 2 hours left. Will you open the door? Chosen one, if you're reading this right now, it's no accident. God has brought you here because your soul is stirring, ready to awaken to a higher truth. The stories I'm about to share are not just tales, they're divine messages. Proof that spiritual awakening is real, that God is moving in the lives of his chosen ones. These are stories of ordinary people who became extraordinary when they answered the call to open the door to their divine purpose. As you listen, feel the urgency in your spirit. because your own awakening is closer than you think. Before we begin, I need you to do 3 things to align with this sacred energy. Pause. Hit that like button to amplify this message. Subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls walking in God's light. And leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for your transformation. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll stay with me until the end, because these stories are for you. Let's start with Sarah, a woman whose life seemed perfect on the outside but was crumbling within. Sarah was a successful marketing executive in Chicago with a corner office, a 6-figure salary, and a picture-perfect family. But deep down, she felt lost, like something was eating away at her soul. She tried everything: yoga, therapy, gratitude journals, but nothing filled the void. One night, exhausted and on the verge of giving up, she sat on her balcony and cried out to the universe, "If you're there, show me the point of all this." That's when it happened. As she looked up, she saw the numbers 1111 glowing on her phone, a synchronicity that sent chills down her spine. Over the next few weeks, those numbers appeared everywhere, on clocks, receipts, license plates. It was as if God was whispering, "I'm here, open the door." Sarah didn't know it then, but she was in the midst of a spiritual awakening, a divine shift that would change her life forever. She started noticing signs, random books falling off shelves, strangers saying exactly what she needed to hear. One day, while driving, a hawk landed on her car hood, staring directly into her eyes. She later learned hawks are spirit animals, messengers of divine guidance. These synchronicities led her to a meditation retreat, where she experienced a vision of herself as a child, surrounded by light. In that moment, she realized her pain stemmed from years of suppressing her true self to meet others' expectations. She surrendered, letting go of her need for control, and felt God's presence wash over her like a wave. Sarah's awakening wasn't just a moment. It was a rebirth. She left her high-pressure job, started a wellness blog, and now helps others navigate their own spiritual journeys. Her story is a testament to the power of trusting God's signs. Chosen one, are you seeing 1111? Are you noticing divine synchronicities? God is speaking to you. Open the door quickly before the moment passes. Now, let's talk about Michael, a man who hit rock bottom before his spiritual awakening transformed him. Michael was a recovering addict in Houston, struggling to stay sober after years of substance abuse. He'd lost his job, his family, and his hope, living in a halfway house with no clear path forward. One night, feeling like he couldn't go on, Michael found a tattered copy of the AA Big Book in the day room. As he read Bill's story, he felt like the words were written for him, describing his pain with eerie accuracy. Overwhelmed, he locked himself in a bathroom stall and sobbed, praying, "God, if you're real, save me. I can't do this alone." In that moment, something shifted. He felt a warmth envelop him, a presence he couldn't explain. It was God whispering, "You are mine." Michael's awakening wasn't instant, but it was profound. He started attending AA meetings with new fervor, embracing the concept of a higher power. Synchronicities began to appear, people offering help at just the right time, dreams guiding him to make amends with his family. One day, while walking in a park, he saw the number 777 on a billboard, a sign of divine completion. He took it as God's promise that his healing was underway. Over time, Michael rebuilt his life, becoming a counselor for others in recovery. His spiritual awakening showed him that even in the darkest moments, God's light can shine through. Chosen one, have you hit rock bottom? Are you crying out for help? God hears you. Pause now. Hit that like button to affirm your faith. Subscribe to join our community of chosen souls, and comment 777 to claim your divine breakthrough. Your awakening is closer than you think. Next, let's meet Lise, a woman whose spiritual awakening came through a divine encounter with Jesus. Lise was homeless, battling alcoholism and living in despair. She'd always been a skeptic, dismissing religion as a crutch for the weak. But one night, alone in a shelter, she found a Gideon Bible and opened it to Psalm 23. As she read, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," tears streamed down her face. She felt a presence, a love so overwhelming it shattered her defenses. She prayed, "Jesus, if you're real, change me." The next morning she woke up with a clarity she'd never known. She saw 11:11 on the shelter's clock, a confirmation of her awakening. Lisa's life began to transform. She entered rehab, reconnected with her family, and started sharing her story on a blog that's now reached thousands. Her awakening wasn't just personal, it was a call to serve others. Chosen one, are you skeptical? Are you waiting for a sign? God is ready to meet you where you are. Open the door to His love today. Now, consider Yasmin, a 21-year-old who experienced a spontaneous spiritual awakening that turned her life upside down. Yasmin was working 3 unfulfilling jobs, feeling lost despite her outward success. One night, watching a movie, she felt her body go numb, her heart racing, with what she thought was a panic attack. But as she sat still, she heard a voice in her mind say, "You are more than this." It was the start of her awakening. Over the next months, Yasmin dove into personal development, reading books like It Didn't Start With You by Mark Woollin, which helped her heal ancestral trauma. She attended workshops, met her soul tribe, and started new hobbies like dance and flying planes. Her diet changed. She craved lighter, cleaner foods, a sign her body was aligning with her soul. Yasmin's awakening taught her that transformation often begins with discomfort, a divine nudge to step into your higher purpose. Chosen one, are you feeling restless? Is your body signaling a change? God is calling you to awaken. Comment 777 below to affirm your readiness. Let's share one more story about Kashish, a former atheist whose spiritual awakening came through a guru's guidance. As a teenager, Kashish questioned everything, dismissing spirituality as illogical. But after years of searching, she met a spiritual teacher who felt different, authentic, radiant. Doubting at first, she experienced a moment that changed everything. While practicing meditation during her teacher training, she saw a vision of her guru surrounded by light, and the number 777 appeared in her mind. She later learned this was a sign of divine alignment. Over time, Kashish had hundreds of spiritual experiences, synchronicities, dreams, and moments of profound peace. Her awakening taught her that even the most skeptical hearts can find faith when they open the door to truth. Now, she mentors others on their spiritual journeys, a living testament to God's grace. Chosen one, are you questioning? Are you seeking truth? God is ready to reveal it. Pause, hit that like button, subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls, and comment 777 to step into your awakening. These stories, Sarah's synchronicities, Michael's redemption, Lisa's divine encounter, Yasmin's transformation, and Kashish's journey from doubt to faith, are proof that spiritual awakening is not a myth. It's a divine call, a moment when God says, "Open the door quickly." Each person faced their own dark night of the soul, their own doubts, their own pain. But when they trusted God's voice, they stepped into a life of higher consciousness, personal transformation, and divine purpose. Their lives became beacons of light, inspiring others to awaken. Chosen one, your story is next. Can you feel the urgency? Can you sense God's hand guiding you? Spiritual awakenings are not always gentle. Sometimes they come like a thunderclap, shaking you out of complacency. Other times they're subtle, like a sunrise slowly illuminating your soul. But they all share one truth. They're God's way of prying open your heart to see the world differently. You might notice flickering lights, hear a song that speaks directly to you, or feel a sudden connection to nature. These are not coincidences. They're divine signs urging you to embrace your spiritual journey. As Brianna Wiest writes, a spiritual awakening often begins with the realization something needs to change, and I must be the one to change it. Chosen one, are you ready to change? Are you ready to open the door? Your awakening might feel lonely at first. You may drift from old friends, question your beliefs, or feel disconnected from the life you once knew. But this is not loss, it's liberation. God is clearing the way for new relationships, new opportunities, new truths. You'll find spiritual teachers appearing at just the right time. A kind stranger, a mentor, a verse that leaps off the page. Your senses will heighten, your intuition will sharpen, and you'll see the world as interconnected, alive with God's presence. This is what Patrick Paul Garlinger calls opening to a deeper undercurrent to life. Chosen one, your awakening is not a destination, it's a journey, and God is with you every step. Let me share a final reflection. Your spiritual awakening is unique, like a fingerprint. No one else will experience it the way you do. As one Reddit user shared, every story of awakening is valuable, but yours will be unlike any other. Whether it comes through a near-death experience, a moment of surrender, or a quiet realization, your awakening is God's gift to you. It's a call to heal, to grow, to step into your divine purpose. Think of Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years in prison not with hatred, but with wisdom, his spiritual awakening transforming a nation. Your awakening too will ripple outward, touching lives you may never meet. Chosen one, are you ready to embrace your journey? Comment 777 to declare your faith. Chosen one, these stories are not just inspiration. They're a divine call to action. God is saying, open the door quickly. Your spiritual awakening is waiting, ready to transform you into the person you were always meant to be. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let doubt steal your moment. Pause now. Hit that like button to amplify this message, subscribe to join our community of chosen souls, and comment 777 to step into your higher consciousness. The clock is ticking, and your awakening is now. Chosen one, you've been drawn to this moment for a reason. The stories of mystical experiences in history aren't just tales from the past. They're divine sparks, proof that God has always been speaking to his chosen ones, urging them to open the door to higher truth. These accounts of spiritual awakenings, visions, and encounters with the divine are your invitation to step into your own sacred destiny. As we journey through history, feel the urgency in your soul, because God is whispering to you right now. Open the door quickly. Before we dive into these powerful stories, I need you to align with this divine energy. Pause, hit that like button to amplify this message, subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls walking in God's light, and leave a comment with 777 to declare you're ready for your transformation. If you're truly a chosen one, you'll stay with me until the end, because these mystical experiences are calling you to awaken. Let's begin with Saint Teresa of Avila, a 16th century Spanish Carmelite nun whose mystical encounters with God reshaped Christian spirituality. Teresa was no stranger to struggle. Her health was frail, and her noble family opposed her calling to the convent. Yet, in her moments of prayer, she experienced what she called a prayer of union. where her soul was absorbed by God's presence. In one celebrated vision, she saw her soul as a crystal castle with 7 mansions, God dwelling in the innermost room. This became the heart of her book, The Interior Castle, a guide to contemplative prayer that still inspires millions. During her ecstatic trances, she felt God's love pierce her heart, famously depicted in Bernini's sculpture The Ecstasy of St. Teresa. She described these moments as ineffable, beyond words, yet they transform her into a reformer of the Carmelite order. Chosen one, have you felt a stirring in your heart, a call to go deeper? God is inviting you into your own inner castle. Open the door now, before doubt creeps in. Now let's travel to 12th century Germany, where Hildegard von Bingen, one of the earliest recorded mystics, received visions that shook the medieval world. As a child, Hildegard saw flashes of divine light, but at 42 she experienced a vision so powerful it compelled her to write. God commanded her to record her revelations, which she detailed in Scivia's Know the Ways. Her visions were vivid, cosmic images of creation, divine order, and humanity's connection to God. Popes and kings sought her counsel, and her writings spanned theology, music, and natural history. Hildegard's mystical experiences weren't just personal, they were a call to awaken the world to God's presence in all things. Her music, still performed today, radiates divine harmony. Chosen one, are you seeing signs, flashes of light, dreams that linger? God is speaking through them. Comment 777 below to claim your divine vision. Let's move to the 14th century, where Julian of Norwich, an English anchoress, experienced mystical showings that revealed God's boundless love. After a near-fatal illness, Julian received 16 visions of Christ, which she recorded in Revelations of Divine Love, the first book written in English by a woman. In one vision, she saw a hazelnut in her hand, and God revealed it represented all creation held in his love. She heard God say, "All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well." These words, born from her mystical encounter, have comforted countless souls through centuries of turmoil. Julian's experiences taught her that God's love transcends suffering, a truth that transformed her life and legacy. Chosen one, are you carrying pain? God sees you and says, "All shall be well." Pause now, hit that like button to affirm your faith, and subscribe to join our community of chosen souls. Now let's journey to the East, to the 8th century, where the Islamic mystic Rabia al-Basri redefined devotion in Sufism. Born into poverty in Basra, Iraq, Rabia was sold into slavery, but found freedom through her love for God. Her mystical experiences came through sleepless nights of prayer, where she felt God's presence so intensely that she wept with joy. She famously said, "I love God not for hope of paradise or fear of hell, but for his own sake." Her poetry, filled with divine ecstasy, spoke of God as a lover, a radical idea that influenced Sufi mysticism for centuries. Rabia's encounters with the divine dissolved her sense of self, merging her with God's infinite love. Chosen one, are you longing for a love that transcends this world? God is calling you to surrender. Open the door to his embrace today. Let's shift to the 19th century, where Sojourner Truth, born into slavery as Isabella Baumfree, experienced a mystical vision that ignited her mission. Escaping slavery in New York, she ventured into the woods daily to speak with God. One day, she saw the world grow bright, with trees waving in glory and stones shining like glass. God revealed he pervaded the universe, filling her with a love so profound it propelled her to become an abolitionist and preacher. God gave her the name Sojourner Truth, commanding her to declare the truth to the people. Her mystical experience wasn't just a moment, it was a divine mandate that changed history. Chosen one, are you hearing a new name, a new purpose? God is renaming you for greatness. Comment 777 to step into your calling. Now let's explore the mystical experience of George Fox, the founder of Quakerism in 17th century England. Fox was restless, seeking truth amid religious turmoil. In 1647 he heard a voice say, "There is one, even Christ Jesus, that can speak to thy condition." This sparked a series of visions where he felt carried to heaven, experiencing unity with God. Fox's mystical encounters led him to reject institutional religion, emphasizing the inner light in every soul. His experiences were so powerful that he trembled during worship, inspiring the name Quakers. Despite persecution, Fox's visions birthed a movement that thrives today. Chosen one, is God speaking to your condition? Trust the inner light within you. Pause, hit that like button and subscribe to amplify this divine message. Let's travel to ancient China, where Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoism, experienced a mystical realization that birthed the Tao Te Ching. Legend says Lao Tzu, disillusioned with society, left civilization to live as a hermit. As he departed, a gatekeeper asked him to record his wisdom. In a state of divine inspiration, Lao Tzu wrote the Tao Te Ching, a text of poetic verses describing the Tao, the ineffable source of all existence. His mystical experience revealed that harmony comes from aligning with the natural flow of the universe, not resisting it. Lao Tzu's insights, born from his encounter with the Tao, remain a cornerstone of Eastern mysticism. Chosen one, are you resisting or flowing? God is calling you to align with His divine rhythm. Open the door to His wisdom now. Now, consider Maria Esperanza Medrano de Bianchini, a 20th century Venezuelan mystic whose visions united thousands. As a child, Maria saw Jesus and Mary, but her most famous vision came in 1984, when she and 150 witnesses saw an apparition of Mary as reconciler of all peoples and nations. This mystical experience inspired her to found a movement promoting family life and reconciliation. Maria's visions were marked by humility and service, showing that mystical encounters aren't just for the mystic, they're for the world. Chosen one, are you seeing glimpses of divine unity? God is calling you to reconcile and heal. Comment 7777 to embrace your mission. Let's reflect on Meister Eckhart, a 14th century German mystic whose radical teachings stirred controversy. Eckhart, a Dominican preacher, experienced visions where his soul disappeared into God's will. He taught that God is not a distant being, but the ground of our existence, and mystical union comes when the self dissolves. In one sermon he said, "The eye with which I see God is the same eye with which God sees me." His experiences of nothingness rather than oneness challenged conventional theology, yet his writings inspired generations. Eckhart's mysticism reminds us that God is closer than we think. Chosen one, are you ready to dissolve into His will? Open the door to His presence today. Finally, let's consider the mystical experience of Marcus Borg, a 20th century theologian whose eyes-open visions reshaped his faith. In his 30s, Borg saw the world, forests, rooms, even an aeroplane cabin, transformed by divine light. These extrovertive mystical experiences, lasting minutes to an hour, reveal God as the more all around us, not a distant being. Borg's encounters made mystical texts luminous, confirming the truth of mystical traditions across religions. His story shows that mystical experiences can happen anywhere, even in modern life. Chosen one, are you seeing the world differently? God is illuminating your path. Pause, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment 777 to step into your divine light. These mystical experiences, from Teresa's ecstatic trances to Borg's luminous visions, span centuries and cultures, yet they share a common thread, a direct encounter with the divine that transforms the mystic and the world. William James, in the Varieties of Religious Experience, described mystical experiences as ineffable, noetic, transient, and passive, often revealing hidden truths. Whether through prayer, visions, or spontaneous revelation, these encounters dissolve the ego, revealing unity, nothingness, or God's love. Chosen one, your mystical experience is waiting. God is saying, open the door quickly. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Your soul is ready to merge with the divine. Mystical experiences aren't relics of the past. They're alive today. Studies show 30 to 50% of Americans report having had a mystical or religious awakening, often triggered by meditation, nature, or even psychedelics. Across history, from Sufi poets to Buddhist monks, mystics have felt the boundaries of self dissolve, experiencing what Tibetan Buddhists call a vertical mysticism toward enlightenment. These moments are not just personal, they're God's call to awaken humanity. Chosen one, your awakening is part of this divine tapestry. Will you answer the call? The urgency is real. Like the mystics before you, you stand at a divine threshold. Teresa opened the door through prayer, Hildegard through visions, Sojourner through surrender. Your door is unique, but the invitation is the same. Step into God's light. Mystical experiences teach us that God is not distant, but within and around us, waiting for us to say yes. Chosen one, the clock is ticking. Pause now. Hit that like button to declare your faith, subscribe to join thousands of chosen souls, and comment 777 to activate your divine destiny. Your mystical experience is closer than you think.